Welcome
to Munda Make Over.
We have traveled all over Zambia to find hard-working farmers.
We want to share their success stories.
And where there are challenges, we will bring experts to help them gain the extra knowledge they need.
So they can adapt and make their farms more productive even while the climate changes.
We want to support them to get better yields.
And increase their income.
We will see how farmers from across the country can benefit from our experts' advice.
While also learning from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experiences as they improve their farms.
On
Munda Make Over!
This week we're going to perform some magic.
Yeah, but don't we always, Cozy?
I'd like to think so, Kachanana, but this is special. We're going to see how something very small
Can turn into something really humongously huge. Is that what you're trying to say?
As always, Kachanana, you've caught on real quick.
How a tiny seed
Can turn into a massive profit.
I can't wait.
Let's go.
We are in Chavona, in Central Province.
And we're visiting Abison Hangoma.
Abison is married to Alice Munga, and they have 3 children.
Their farm covers 15 hectares.
And their main crops are maize, vegetables, and rape.
But they also have 14 cattle and some goats too.
I once lived in town, but I failed to adapt. Life became so hard whereby every month you have to buy a bag of meal plus rentals. Here it's free. You plant maize, we plant vegetables. I think this farm gives me everything what I want.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi, how are you doing?
Fine, and you?
I'm fine. I'm Kachanana.
My name is Koziani, and you look like a very hardworking farmer, right? So what challenges do you face here on your farm?
According to the weather patterns, I need some seeds that get ready in a short period of time.
Early maturing
seed.
seed.
Yes.
You hear that?
I believe we have some experts that can help us with that.
Absolutely.
Remember? What other challenges are you facing?
Low yields. So I need some seed that can give me higher yields.
I suggest we need to hurry out, go find those experts, and start helping our good friend Abison over here.
Madam.
Okay,
See
so
you
we'll
later.
see you soon.
I want a high five. There you go.
We said this week we're going to start small and end with something really big. Well, this is the beginning where it all starts. The seed. And how to choose seed that will give you a bumper harvest.
As a test, Abison is irrigating one of his smaller fields with drip lines and has managed to produce a bumper harvest. But when it comes to rain-fed maize in a much larger field, he has not done so well. So we've asked Pana seed expert Kapemba Mazimba from Koteva to see if he can help.
So you're doing very well with your drip irrigated maize,
Yes.
but what challenges have you faced when it comes to maybe your rain-fed maize?
Late coming of rains. Yes.
Right.
So basically what we're looking at here is climate change, which has affected almost the whole lot of Africa and the world.
Absolutely.
And Southern Africa hasn't been spared.
Not at all.
And Chibombo, where we are today,
hasn't
been spared. So when you have a prolonged drought, when you have delayed rainfall, you definitely know your yields are going down. So we need to look at solutions that then would come in to help our farmer to yield as much as he can. And Koteva is just the right place to stop, the right place to get his seed.
Exactly.
So we have a product here, Mr. Abson.
Yes.
This is Pan 3M05. This is a product that is ultra early maturing.
Right.
This is a product that only takes you 100 days to maturity. That's a score on research. That's a score. And Koteva has this product, and this product is for you as a farmer so that you can yield with a potential of about 8 tons per hectare. Wow. We're looking at about 160 bags, 50 kg bags in 1 hectare with just 25 kgs of seed. Isn't that good, Mr. Hudson?
It's good.
Right. Yes.
Keep that in mind.
Of course.
With climate change, the #1 thing that the farmer wants is something that is drought tolerant.
Exactly.
It has to withstand the drought.
Makes sense? Let's break it down.
Planting a medium maturity maize of between 125 days to 135 days might give a good yield, but only if there's enough rainfall. Pana 3M05 is an ultra early maturing maize of between 95 and 100 days. It's drought tolerant, but still has a double cob and a projected yield of 8 tons per hectare. That's 160 50-kilo bags.
So with
Correct.
everything that has been said, there's only one thing left.
Okay.
For you to show us how to plant this seed.
I'll be kind.
Absolutely
I'll be
fantastic.
very kind. To even hand over the seed to you.
When growing maize, remember to prepare fields early, before the onset of the rains. Fertilizer is best added before planting when the ground is wet, or with the main rains at planting time.
Right, I think this looks like a very good spot for us to maybe try out this seed.
Yes,
Okay,
well prepared. The seed is perfectly sealed.
perfectly
And our
sealed.
farmer is very assured that the seed came from the right people.
Right,
Okay, so this blue tag here will help our farmer to understand that our seed is treated
fantastic.
with chemicals.
Okay,
Remember, when handling treated seeds, don't touch them with your bare hands. Always wear gloves.
safety first.
Safety first.
So what do we do first?
Basically, the farmer has to prepare his field, and so the land preparation is done.
Of course.
He makes, first of all, what we call rows.
Right,
Because of climate change that we're talking about, you cut out a part of land
Right.
where you're going to plant,
right.
so that when it rains, then this row helps you with the harvesting of water.
I see.
As you can see, I've come prepared. I have 2 sticks for you here.
Right,
This one is 75 centimeters.
of course.
This one will give you the what we call the interrow
Yes.
between the lines.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems quite accurate.
We're good to go.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic.
This is 25 centimeters. So we're looking at the 25 centimeters as our interrow.
Right,
So in the interrow, we're looking at how do you drop the seed
of course.
from one plant to the next.
Right.
In this case, we're looking at a small scale farmer who is not using a planter. So we will have our measurement here. We drop our first seed here,
One there.
and then we drop another seed there.
Fantastic.
So this is 25 centimeters. 25 centimeters will go again with another 25 centimeters. We're advising our farmers to go in with one plant per station,
Right.
as compared to the old one where people were planting two,
Two,
three.
three.
It wasn't advantaging the crop because then it was fighting for nutrients,
I see.
fighting for water, the fertilizer that you put in, of course.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now that we know how to plant a seed and space it, how deep do I want my seed to be?
For depth, you're looking at between 5 to 8 centimeters under the soil.
Is there a reason why I'm planting it at that shallow depth?
For you to see the seed coming out of the soil, for you to see it within 5 to 7 days,
Right.
you need that depth.
All that's left is for me to cover it up.
Cover it.
Okay. Perfect seed for the perfect climate.
I have learned a lot from Mr. Kafemba.
Yes.
I have changed from the other seed company to him. Now I'm okay.
Now we can shake
A new customer, so
It's a good business.
I'll take my
Yes.
percentage.
So, we've planted our tiny seed. Now, how can we make sure that it grows into a massive profit? Time for some more magic.
To help us, here is our chief magician, crop nutrition expert, Botany Hangombe from Plant Catalyst.
Okay, Abison, I'm looking at this maize and honestly, it's looking like it's growing very well.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm using plant catalyst.
Plant catalyst?
Plant catalyst.
Is
This
this
is
it?
yes.
Okay.
This is the medicine I'm using in this field.
Okay. I know Botany, you know a lot about this plant catalyst. What are the benefits of it?
So plant catalyst is a product that is not a fertilizer and it's not a chemical.
Okay.
So in short, we can call it a booster. So
okay.
it enhances the uptake of nutrients from the soil and also the uptake of water from the soil. So then the crop will have all these and then grow faster and healthy. And then it will help also the farmer to reduce the fertilizer requirements by 25 to 35%. And then it will help to increase the yield. So those two problems, low yield and high cost of fertilizer, this product, Plant Catalyst, will respond to those problems and sort out their problems. Yes.
How can you describe your results?
This is the first time I'm using it on maize.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it already showing a difference from what you experienced in the last season?
Yes, the height is a bit higher and the cobs are much bigger than the last one.
Okay. Can you use this on other crops?
Yes, madam.
Which crops have you tried it on?
I did it on rep.
On rep?
Yeah.
And how was the
It was
result?
excellent. I even took it to show.
Wow.
Yeah.
To which show?
That's a Chibombo agriculture show.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank
okay.
you.
It can be used on anything green or anything that has chlorophyll. So you can use it on groundnuts, for example. You can use it on sweet potatoes, soybeans, bananas, anything green as long as it has chlorophyll. Yes.
How safe is this? I mean, you said it's not a chemical. Is it safe for farmers with animals on the field?
So this product is 99.99% organic. And it is all natural. It is non-GMO and it is non-toxic. That's the beauty about this product.
Wow.
Even when the animals or someone accidentally takes it, it won't bring any harm to that animal or to that person. Yes.
Okay, we've seen the advantages, but Abison, just tell us the truth here. How is it on the pocket?
It's cheap.
Are you sure?
Yes.
This product is quite cheap. This bottle that I'm holding here is 1 liter. We also have a 500 ml bottle, and this one costs 350 kwachas, Zambian kwachas, and this costs 175 Zambian kwacha. So in a hectare, for example, any crop, as long as it is 1 hectare, you only need to use 1.2 liters in a hectare.
Wow. So would you advise me to use that on my farm?
Do as quickly as possible.
As quickly as possible.
Interesting, yeah.
Makes sense? Let's break it down to the details. So, in 1 hectare of maize, you need to apply 1.2 liters of plant catalyst costing 500 kwacha. But instead of using 4 bags of fertilizer costing 4,200 kwacha, you only need 2.5 bags, saving over 1,000 kwacha. And you get 20% more maize at harvest time.
Okay, Botany, can you now explain to us how do we apply this product?
You have 2 options to apply it. For field crops like maize, every 2 weeks is better. And the dosage, use 60 ml in 16 liters of water or 20 liters of water. So you start spraying 2 weeks after germination. The full duration of treating with plant catalyst is 2 months.
Okay.
For vegetables, for example, every week spraying regime is actually better because normally farmers would go in to spray other pesticides and other chemicals every week. So you can actually mix plant catalyst together with those other chemicals.
Okay.
So you only use 30 ml
30 mils.
in 16 or 20 liters of water.
Botany, thank you so much. And Abison, I'm 100% positive that our crop is going to grow big, big, bigger! What do you think?
I use the plant catalyst for a hectare. During this coming rain season, I'll be using it times 3, meaning I'll use it for 3 hectares. Because I have seen the results are there, I can't doubt about it.
Hey, Cozy! There you are. So, do you think we've been casting enough magic spells on this farm?
Well, with that amazing seed and that new growth additive from Plant Catalyst, I think we're brewing a pretty strong concoction.
And there's still so much more to come. Let's get to work.
Irrigating is by far the most reliable way to grow crops, especially now as rainfall is so erratic. But it can be expensive. Chipo Munanyinda from International Development Enterprises, IDE, is going to help explain how drips have helped Abison get a bumper harvest while at the same time saving money too.
Abison, we've just been looking at your drip irrigation system, and I just wanted to ask you, how have the changing rainfall patterns been for you so far?
As for me, the rain patterns, like in my area, it's abnormal.
Does it come on time?
No. It came late, then we are flooded. If you have seen in my wells, the water level is too high.
So when it comes, it's too much.
Yes,
And then does it last long?
about a month.
That's the rain season.
Yeah.
How would the normal rainfall pattern be in this area?
3 to 4 months.
Ah, so it's reduced even less than 50%.
Yes.
With the changing weather patterns, would you, Chipo, describe the drip irrigation as a climate-smart system?
Yes, it is.
Why?
Because even if it doesn't rain, when you have an irrigation system, you can still manage to farm.
Abison, how have you been doing it? I know you have a flooding irrigation field and you have a drip irrigation field. How has it been for you so far?
When you are using drippers, there's no weeds. So when you apply fertilizer, it will just work direct to the crop.
Why is there no weed?
Because of the water, it only drops at the crop. Yeah.
So the weed is not getting the nutrients. Yes. Ah, okay. When it comes to labor, how many people do you need to perform the drip irrigation versus the flooding irrigation?
For the drip, just one is needed.
One person?
Yes.
Okay.
Switch on and switch off. So for flooding, maybe 3 or 4. It depends with the field.
Which one is more labor intensive in your case?
Flooding is more labor.
It's more labor?
Yes, because you have to weed. But as for drip irrigation, there's no weeding. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
If you have other activities, you can just go, you switch on the drip, you go and do other activities. But with the flooding, you're supposed to be in the field every time you want to water.
Does the drip irrigation, the pipes, do they get clogged, like blocked sometimes?
Yes, more especially when you are not using the tank, when you are using direct connection.
From the well?
From the well.
How can you avoid that?
If you are using a tank, there is a filter. So we always advise farmers to be using a filter. When you use a filter, even if the water is dirty, the dirt will be captured. And you just have to clean the filter, maybe twice in a week.
Ah, okay.
Yes. Using a tank, it has a lot of advantages because you'll be storing water in there. You water anytime you feel like watering than just putting it direct to the pump.
As for drip irrigation, as you know, petrol is too expensive. When I'm using drippers, for instance, I go for a 2.5 liters of fuel. I'll use it 4 to 5 times.
Ah, okay.
When using flooding, we use it just once.
Ah, okay, I understand. I understand. When it comes to the water, how much do you use on drip irrigation versus flooding irrigation?
As in my case, I use a tank, a 5,000 liter tank for 2 limers.
For 2 limers?
Yes, using drippers.
And what about flooding? What do you use?
It's 3 times.
3 times 5,000 liters?
Yes.
For the same space?
Yeah.
Well, so definitely you're conserving water as well when you use drippers.
Yes.
Ah, does it make sense? Let's get down to the details.
Using flood irrigation with a hose pipe can take 2 or 3 people a whole day. For drips, you just need to turn the tap on and turn it off again. Flood irrigation can use 3 times the water of drips. And with drips, there is much less weeding to be done.
We are making more profits and saving money, and we're combating the drought and climate change. What's not to love about this system?
I think I would advise my fellow youths who are in the town to come and invest from the village. Do farming. There are many projects. Life has become so easy with farming.
For our final story, we're going to see how all the technologies we featured today, Coteva's drought-tolerant seed, Plant Catalyst crop boost, and IDE's drip irrigation, are all part of a coordinated plan to help smallholder farmers combat climate change. So, meet Gondwani Mumba from Makeover.
A big part of our job is to come and visit farms like this one to understand what farmers like Abison are doing so that we get a better sense of where the needs are. We collect a broad range of data, really. So we start by understanding what the yield is like. So what kind of seed was put into the ground, how much fertilizer what other inputs were put, what
Right.
crop protection chemicals were used, how much land was farmed, what yield came out of that,
Wow.
right? And we use that information to identify where the challenges or rooms for improvement are.
Right.
But we're also asking other questions like, what is the market like? Who are you
Right.
selling to? What are the
Right.
market prices? What income are you getting, so that we understand the profitability of participating in these farming activities
Of course.
for farmers like Abison.
Right.
Right.
That is very practical, on the ground, useful data that you're collecting.
The backbone of Zambia's food system is built on smallholder agriculture.
Right.
While at the same time, smallholder farmers are most vulnerable to climate change.
Of course.
So in order to secure our food system and also support millions of livelihoods in Zambia,
Right.
we need to build the resilience of our smallholder farmers to climate change in Zambia. So seeing this need, Agova convened a consortium of different stakeholders, including Cotiva,
Right.
Plant Catalyst,
Okay.
ID, and Zari,
Okay.
to work to promote climate smart inputs for smallholder farmers to help build their resilience to climate change.
Okay, of course.
Ultimately, what we want to see is his yield go up.
Right.
In the face of changing climate, we want him to be able to manage that better and have the
course.
information that he needs at the right time, so that he can make the right decisions
course.
in his field and have a better yield, a better life for himself and his family.
Right. Better yield, better profitability. He's better able to take care of his family. Farming is a business, and we want to make sure we close all of these gaps, especially where climate change is related. Make sense? Let's break it down.
So, to help farmers fight climate change, Agova placed the farmer at the center of food production. Then Cotiva helped by providing drought-tolerant maize seed. Plant Catalyst helped by providing a crop booster. IDE helped by providing training on technologies such as drip irrigation, and Zari helped by running field trials to discover the best farming techniques.
Climate change being a major issue, and smallholder farmers do need as much support as they can get. They do need as much information as they can get, because it's not easy to make the adjustments.
And it's not just for the benefit of the farmers, it's for the benefit of the entire Zambia, because all the nshima that we eat
Of course.
comes from is produced by farmers like this. So
Exactly.
it's in the interest of everyone helping the farmers be more resilient.
So I'm very happy to hear that we are making sure that the climate change doesn't affect my shima. Because
Exactly.
me, like many Zambians, would be very unhappy to have our shima affected. Mr. Abison,
Yes, sir.
we have come to the end of our visit today, but we've had such an amazing time. Did you enjoy our visit?
I enjoyed it, sir.
Yeah, thank you. You've been such an amazing host.
Yes, thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, I really enjoyed our time here, Mr. Abison. Can you tell me what you enjoyed the most about being here?
The interview department.
The interview department?
Yes.
Being asked a lot of questions?
Yeah.
So you were the teacher now, being the lecturer?
Now I'm a teacher.
Ah, that's amazing.
I have benefited a lot, and I'm wishing to see you next time. I am now a better farmer. Next time you come, you find a 2-acre field maize that side. You find about 3 to 4 hectares. Thank you.
That's all we have time for this week.
We'll see you next week on
Munda Make Over